Welcome to another episode of my podcast. Today we're gonna make bread in the morning like we always do. We're gonna be talking about uh, your freedom. If you're deciding to open your business, or you have decided to open your own business or restaurant. Um, I remember when I decided to make the move. Right, I thought about freedom. Right, I thought about, well, it's gonna be my show now. Nobody can tell me what to do. I'm gonna be free to cook whatever I want. I'm gonna be free to do whatever I want. I'm gonna implement a system that is the best system in the world. And I thought I'd be done taking orders from people. Nobody can tell me what to do anymore. And that's true, but it also comes with a cost. The cost is quite simple, is that now everything lies on you. You have nowhere to hide anymore. Every single decision has to be made by you. For example, you gotta make your own menu. You've gotta decide how much to sell the menu. You've gotta check the cost of everything. You got bills coming in. Basically, you agreed that you would be told what to do again, but in a different way, right? For example, if you got bills to pay, right? So basically, people will call you. Usually, you set this up in advance. Sorry, but basically, the meat guy calls you. He wants his money, so he tells you what to do. Hey, pay me. The vegetable guy calls you. Then he says, hey, you need to pay me. The customers in front of the house, they say, well, I want a cheeseburger, but no cheese. It's not really what you want to do, but it's what you gotta do. So basically, somebody else is telling you what to do. Your workers, well, I'm gonna take off on Wednesday. Well, Wednesday, it's a work day for you. So yeah, but I have things to do. So basically, they're telling you what to do. So basically, everything rests on your shoulders now again. If somebody's not there, well, you don't really have a choice. You need to come in and cover their shift. Otherwise, customer is going to suffer, business is going to suffer, so it rests on you as well, right? You just agreed that you're going to be told what to do, but on your own terms, right? Another thing to think about when you start your business is that there are no more excuses, right? If things don't get done, it's on you. It puts a lot of pressure, actually. There's no more like, you can't quit. You gotta pull through. You can't just decide that, well, today I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna show up, or we're not gonna work. That's not gonna work out great for your business. There's many things like this that you need to think about before you start going in your business. It's also a lot of pressures, right? What you don't see is that there are a lot of things going on behind the scenes in a restaurant. You sit in and you order your food, and then you pass judgment on the decoration or the quality of the food, which is fair enough, right? You need good food. All you see is the maitre d' or the owner or the chef smiling at you and being super polite, and oh, this is beautiful, it's a great day, or oh, I'm allergic to gluten, and don't worry, sir, don't worry, ma'am, we'll take care of it. You don't see everything that goes on behind the scenes, so many people think it's easy, right? They think that things just magically appear. I'm just gonna move a camera here. Like I was saying, one of the keys to having a successful restaurant is to make everything look very easy. Nobody wants to go into a restaurant and things are a little bit shaky, or people are unsure, or the staff is not knowledgeable. You want confidence when you go somewhere, right? You can't just do some guesswork. I know for myself, when I go into a restaurant and I see a maitre d' or I see a chef, they're very confident. They talk to you about their menus, they're on point. It goes a long way into my dining experience. That's also part of your job now. You can't just be like, well, today I feel like crap, therefore I don't want to talk to customers, or I don't know. You got to be 100% all the time, and basically it also rests on you. And a lot of people don't see this, right? Like people don't see your bills, right? They mostly think that they come into your house, right? And you make it look so easy that they think, wow, that guy's got it going. He's rich and he's got everything going for him. And the people don't see the hours that you put in. They're there for an hour or two, right? They don't know that you showed up at 6:30 in the morning like I did today to make some bread. And then you'll go home around maybe 9-ish or 10-ish tonight if I'm lucky, right? They don't think about you work on Christmas or you, like I just did, right? The holidays, they don't exist anymore. Another thing to consider is that weekends, they don't exist anymore. You're working. If you take holidays on the weekend, as a small business owner, like a restaurant, you pretty much a success or disaster, but hey, to each his own. Yeah, then you also get the rent's coming up, everything's coming up. It's kind of a, don't get me wrong, it's great, right? Nobody, like, all my decisions are my own, right? So if I screw up, my fault, right? If I do great, my fault, right? I've got no one to blame but myself, right? That's the great part, right? There's a challenge in there, and that challenge is quite exciting, but it also can bring a lot of pressure, and it's not so easy going. And sometimes you make, well, I'm a little bit in a different situation here because I'm in Asia, right? So sometimes I will make a dish, I'll work on the dish, and I'll be thinking that, this is going to be great. People are going to love this. For example, I try to do some fajitas, with a little bit spicy chicken fajitas. Thought it was great. I was happy to eat them. I was very, very happy to eat them because, we don't usually find them anywhere. And then I found out that, well, actually, the people here in this country don't really enjoy spicy food as much as I thought. And you're left with going like, well, that didn't work, and it's kind of a bummer. And then you got to regroup and start thinking about different things, right? So not everything works according to plan. I know many, yeah. I got a friend who opened a kebab restaurant, and he thought it's gonna be great, lamb on skewers and everything, and that didn't work out great, right? And it wasn't very good for his business. Actually lost everything. So there's other things to consider, like you actually might lose everything, right? As good as I am, as good as people are, sometimes things don't just work out, and that adds a lot of pressure, especially if you have loans. Most of the people, when they open their first business, right, they take a business loan, and that business loan, you get monthly payment, and if things are going great. If things are not, well, that's added stress in your business, which is also on you. And people don't understand that level of stress. Your employees don't understand that level of stress. That's all on you. Nobody, again, like I say, nobody cares, basically. All people care about is the food they get on their plate and the dining experience they get. Nobody cares about the back end. So if you're thinking of opening your own place, these are things you need to think about. You won't find support in your friends. Your friends won't understand what you're going through unless they do business themselves. But if your friends have a 9-to-5 business, right? They operate in a different mind frame, right? For them, there's always an out. The out is, well, I can quit my job and find another one. Or the out is, just gonna replace this here. The out is that I don't need to do this anymore, right? Or I have enough saving to take a sabbatical, or people can just quit. I remember when I was a worker, right? It's quite easy to change job, especially with my skill set. I get offers all the time, but I don't take them because I'm doing what I do. So burger breads, yeah, things to think about, right? But on the upside, you're free. You're free to, well, it's a decision you made that you were going to live a certain way, and it's a way of life. It's not just I have a job, right? And if you're like me, right? The most fun part of my day is to come in the morning and do my bread and do my podcast here. You know, I enjoy doing bread. It's my meditation, and I chose to do it. I could ask one of my workers to come and do it, but I figured it's the only time in the day where I have peace and quiet. In my restaurant, I got no wife here, got no workers yet. They're gonna come in later, and it's enjoyable. It's I've been doing this for over 20 years now as an owner, and I think that I could never go back to work for somebody else. I just, you know, sometimes I make decisions that makes no sense, that maybe I'm gonna hit a wall on them, but they're my decisions and I can live with it. But you know, when somebody tells you what to do and you know it's wrong, you know it's not gonna go well, or maybe you just don't agree or don't understand, and then you're like, well, that's not gonna work out, and you can't do anything about it. And basically you're living as like, well, that makes no sense, my boss is an idiot. You know, that makes no sense, my boss is an idiot. It's probably what my employees think of me sometimes with my decisions, but you know, at least here when you own your own business, those are your decisions. Your screw-ups are your own. Nobody's making screw-ups for you as far as management goes, right? Employee-wise, it's another story, but yeah. So basically you're in control mostly of what's going to happen to you. So anyway, that was just my morning, not advice, maybe not a rant, just morning, anyway, talking points, I guess. Things to think about if you think about opening a restaurant. And I'm just gonna baste this, let it rise, baste the bread, put in the oven, show you the final result. See you in a minute.